A BTS tour is emotional engineering. 360-degree stage, runways slicing through the stadium, pop-up book screens, and cameras that turn the audience into a living close-up. There's a silent eighth member, the ocean of light sticks. They're not just lights, they're choreography. Pre-programmed song, section, and chorus, turning the crowd into a giant display. For newcomers, that's why the footage looks like pulsing galaxies. For veterans, each era adds tricks. Verse pulses, sector maps, light patterns that answer stage cues, and tiny encore Easter eggs. In the end, you don't just watch, you wear the show. And 2026 will likely keep that logic, tech in service of one simple, powerful gesture, to hear and be heard back. The spectacle grows, but the experience stays intimate. The curiosity here is clear. The BTS stage is designed to include you in the narrative. If the stage speaks loudly, where do the signals announcing all this come from? In the BTS universe, silence is never empty. It's pre-beat. Before any date drops, official profiles subtly change pace. Tighter posting, clean palettes, framing that trains the eye. ARMY, like an emotional clock, warms up playlists, revisits eras, whispers fan chants, reorganizes Weverse links, and flips on alerts. To new fans, it feels mysterious. To veterans, it's collective warm-up, not rumor hunting. Silence works, tuning ears, hands, and hearts. When the first frame lands, nobody starts from zero. Everyone's already on tempo. The trick is watching microsignals. Posting frequency, one-word captions, repeated emojis, layouts looping like a visual metronome. None of this confirms dates, it just signals the story has begun. And that's on purpose. A BTS comeback is also a preparation rite. The body of the community aligns before the music. If silence works, how do we read the signs without falling for rumors? BTS usually announces in waves, almost like a film script. Visual teaser, concept photos, audio snippet, single, album. The order can vary, but there's a recognizable pulse. To navigate without anxiety, use a simple mental stamp. Confirmed, reported, open. Confirmed comes from official channels. Weverse, B-Hit Music, verified accounts. Reported comes from solid press. Helpful, but not a promise. Open is everything else. Don't viralize as fact. Each piece talks to the last. Color, symbols, keywords, and invites you to participate. Pre-save, set YouTube premiere reminders, learn fan chants, prep your light stick. Keep a note with official links, calendars, and checklists. When the day arrives, you already know where to click, what to hear, what to sing. Reading waves turns anxiety into practical prep and lets you enjoy the process. If there are signs and waves, who writes the grammar behind the music? Here, 7 isn't just a number, it's grammar. RM, direction in poetry, Jin, lyric timbre, Suga, layers and critique, J-Hope, rhythm and energy, Jimin, drama and range, V, low tessitura and camera, Jungkook, glue-like versatility. In a comeback, that grammar rearranges. Who opens the verse, who closes the bridge, who holds the camera on the first chorus. For newcomers, learn the subunits, rap line, vocal line, trios, or duos. They tint the same song, different colors. For veterans, the game lives in micro-breath and position swaps, details that define an era's memory. OT7 works like an orchestra. The solo doesn't erase the sum illuminates the solo. The reunion rewrites the syntax without losing identity. That's why one track can feel new when pieces move. If 7 is a language, how do older songs grow new skin live? At a BTS tour, classics rebloom. Medleys compress stories, acoustic versions clarify lyrics, fresh dance breaks reposition energy. A tour isn't a museum, it's the continuous present. Pulling a rap forward changes stadium pressure. Stretching a bridge turns a chorus into a collective hug. There's almost always a stadium track. Mid-tempo, sing-along chorus, lights that beg for a rainstorm over the crowd. For newcomers, it's normal to be surprised by songs you thought you knew. For veterans, it's the joy of recognition, plus a beautiful estrangement. The band stitches eras with new thread, updated timbres, wider harmonies, percussive details that make the audience answer instinctively. The impact is emotional and physical. Memory starts moving. Your body understands before your head. Same heart, new clothes. If memory moves, which face does BTS choose to show the world each era? A BTS signature, tradition, futurism. Reimagined hanbok, Korean percussive and melodic motifs in dialogue with 808s, liquid synths, modern sound design. It's not a set dress, it's the subject, an identity statement on a global stage. Each era says where we are from and where we're going through color, fabric, type, and light architecture. Newcomers feel novelty. Those who recognize the culture hear a silent thank you. That's why the visuals become a language that needs no subtitles, even if you don't speak Korean. This fusion anchors the music at home without losing horizon. And 2026 likely keeps that path. Modernity that doesn't dilute origin, origin that never blocks the new. Result? A look you remember, a hook you hum, a symbol that becomes shared memory. If tradition becomes trend, what impact does that have beyond stage and music? BTS helped turn K-pop into a cultural bridge. Speeches, social campaigns, institutional collabs, and fan-led projects show music leaving the headphones to touch real life. For new fans, that reveals community isn't just cheer. It's a support network, cultural education, transparent donations. For veterans, the rule stays the same. Purpose without toxic pressure. Organization that respects venue and city rules. When art meets purpose, the show gains a second memory. The letter you wrote, your city's fundraiser, the banner that became a hug. Soft power without people is marketing. With people, it becomes care, and that remains when the lights go out. It's part of why BTS spills past music and becomes social language. If the bridge is global and made of care, why does the reunion feel Fans and artists care for each other. Support projects, messages of strength, banners at the right moment, respectful silences when it's time to listen. A comeback isn't just technique, it's a scar that shines. The group returns different. So do we. When the stadium goes dark and turns into breathing, you feel the music began on stage but truly lives between people. Remember the working silence? That's what prepares the reunion. The beat slipping back into place, hands meeting on time, a city learning a new dialect for one night. The next day, letters, laughs, tears, and simple promises remain to keep going, gently. That's the secret of BTS in 2026. Spectacle, yes, but with a whole heart. The rest we build while walking. When the teaser drops, we'll hit play together. Until then, take care of your heart, turn on notifications, and get ready calmly. The comeback isn't just theirs, it's our reunion.